without your face. But what can I do? 'Cause I'm just a sinking ship, and you're just a pair of lips that I've lost in the moment. All I want is for you to come back. Now I'm caught in the middle of life, and I need you to survive. Whoa, I need you to survive. 'Cause without you by my side, I can't survive.
I found a picture we took many years ago, when I said to you we would never grow old. Messages I've saved that I never send, 'cause I don't know you, but I used to back then. I remember that I was drunk out my mind when we kissed for the first time. In the back of your car we passed out counting stars. Promised all these years we'd pack our things and disappear. I never thought I would see you here after all this time.
Found yourself a way out of this small town. Got a place at school you didn't hang around. Every day you're far away, these streets don't feel the same. Everywhere is painted with your name. I remember that I was drunk out my mind when we kissed for the first time. In the back of your car we passed out counting stars. Promised all these years we'd pack our things and disappear. I never thought I would see you here after all this time. I remember that I was drunk out my mind when we kissed for the first time. In the back of your car we passed out counting stars. Promised all these years we'd pack our things and disappear. I never thought I would see you here.
Bonjour, 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 bonjour. Hello, how's everyone doing? Hope you are well. Good to see you all. Today is September 12th, 2024. It is 10:12 p.m. on the a.m. on the East Coast of the United States. Hello. How's everyone doing? Hope you have your coffee, your beverage of choice ready. It's so sad with the circus surrounding this case. I just want Sebastian to be found and those who harmed him justice. I agree. Sadly, it feels like there are those that would rather protect people who aren't doing anything for their own son. But I digress. Talking about everything except Sebastian, right? Well, very sad, very sad. I will be live this evening as well. We will be discussing, of course, Sebastian Rogers and probably another case as well. Even after that, I plan on 3 lives today. So buckle up, buttercups. Close to where I live, French community. My grandmother was French. You know you're French, don't you? There you go. Yeah. My grandmother was fresh off the boat. One of my grandmothers, not both of them, but one of my grandmothers, she was fresh off the boat, French. Came here when she was 16. And yeah. So I do have a little Francais in me. She was, I loved her. I loved my grandmother so much, but she was the biggest bitch God ever stretched a piece of skin over. I learned a lot from her though. Now my other grandmother, like my grandmothers couldn't be farther apart. One was very, very, very humble and very just a humble, very person. And the other one, she was French. And that's all you need to know. So yeah, interesting. You see that. I will be asleep by the time you do a live later. Well, Lacey, you can watch the replay. There's always the replay. Hello, little Texas. Good to see you. My granny was very blunt, and I love that about her. Well, my French grandmother, she had big, big black curly hair, and she wore muumuus, like big muumuus, and she wore big gaudy jewelry, and she wore like we called her Mimi, and she wore like the big eyeshadow and all that. And she was the type that would, I think that's where I kind of got my gardening from. She loved gardens and stuff. And she would go out and have pictures taken by, a poinsettia or, some flower. But yeah, you got another night in the hospital. How's it going? Did you have your surgery, Kiki? You had your hiatal hernia surgery. I hope it's tough. Trust me. Been there, done that. But it will get better. It will get better. It will get better. And you will be so glad you did it. You will be so glad you did it. Misty, thank you, my love. Hello, Justin. Hi, I'm praying for a miracle from our Lord that he brings Sebastian home safely to his daddy's death. In Jesus' precious holy name. Amen. Amen. Thank you for that, Misty, and I pray the same. I wanted to cover a little bit of what was going on with Terry Lynn. She was on MMO's channel the other day, and I just want to make sure I'm understanding everything correct. What I know now is that the only time I really get to watch really anyone else is if it's like right before my bedtime and I fall asleep to a live, and it's usually Brittany. Or I'm live with you guys and I'm replaying it, or sometimes I watch lives when I'm driving, but it's generally I'm researching, trying to think of something on a case. So I wanted to go over that, a little bit of that, and make sure I'm understanding it correctly. What I know is that she went and met some TikTokers. Correct me if I'm wrong, chat. Okay. She went and met some TikTokers for what reason? I don't know. Other than just maybe meeting them. Is that, I mean, was there a specific reason why she was meeting them? I called Terry Lynn, I think it was yesterday. She didn't answer. She called me back, and then I didn't get to answer. I was doing something. I can't remember. Holly, thank you, my dear, for gifting. You guys are well. You received that teacup, 5 not pearl necklaces, 5 teacups. If you received that, please thank our dear Holly for that. Very, very sweet. Okay, passing out flyers. Justin, I have a question for you. I heard on Brittany's chat last night that people are saying Silver's, I guess you mean Silver on the scene, is clueless father. No. Mm-mm. No. No. I would highly, highly doubt that. I don't know. Why do people just make up shit? Why do they just make up stuff? I mean, I don't know how Clue is. I've really watched her a couple times, maybe. But I wouldn't say there's a big age difference between Silver and Clue to be, to be him. I don't know if Silver even has kids, right? They set up Terry Lynn to use the manipulative and manipulate such loving people. It's evil. Well, I've always supported Terry Lynn at the fact that she, I've clicked on her at 5:30 in the morning and I've seen her hammering in yard signs for Sebastian. And I think anytime you're doing something positive, anyone who is searching, being proactive in helping out to find a child should be supported, even if you don't care for the person in a general sense. You should support the good, right? Has anyone talked to since this happened? Well, she did a live with MMO. Guys, do me a favor, hit that thumbs up button, would greatly appreciate it. Consider becoming a teacup if you haven't yet already. Greatly appreciate the support. I think she was set up to be intimidated into not doing the search on the 14th, says Marlena. I don't know. To me, it seems like there is people who are intentionally sowing doubt into confusing people in this case. And don't let me make up your mind, or any creator for that matter. Look at what it is. Go back to the beginning and remember the basics, right? It's just going to confuse you, is all it's going to do. There is a 15-year-old boy and a mother in a home. She says she lays on the couch for 3 hours studying, talking to her husband, and sleeping. She told him, I don't know what you're doing in there, but go to bed. That's one of the stories. She hears a thud a little bit later, and she doesn't go check on him. She just goes to bed. And then she says she wakes up the next morning, and he's not there. And she doesn't know why he walked out the door. Authorities came. They didn't find a scent. They didn't find him on camera. And it took the parents days to do an interview. In fact, they didn't do an interview until they pulled out and said that they are now investigating on the more investigative approach. Now, what do you investigate? Do you investigate what do you investigate? You investigate a crime. That's what you investigate. They investigated to see if he walked out the door. And there's nothing of that. They investigated if he was on camera. No. They investigated if there was a scent. No. So what does that tell you? Well, we found out that several days, weeks later, that there was a car in the backyard area on a road, and that something was taking place in that house at 3 o'clock. Now, people want to fuzz up and sow doubt whenever there is one person that appears to go back in that home and doesn't come out. And Sebastian is gone. So what does that tell you? There's only allegedly 2 souls in that house that night. What does that tell you? It's simple math. 2 was there. Take 1 away. I just did the middle finger, sorry. 2 is gone. 2 is gone. Take 1. Oh, I did the middle finger. 2 is gone. Take 1 away. 1 walks out, right? And then 1 goes back. Okay? It means someone in that home would have to know. It's really that simple. Yes, it's called deductive reasoning. It's called deductive reasoning. And you can sow doubt that someone may have not been at work for 2 hours. That's complete bullshit. It's just bullshit. That someone was being investigated at work. No. BS. It's just BS. That still doesn't change what we saw with our own eyes. Even saying all of that, let's say he was, which he wasn't, but let's just say Seth was uh, being investigated at work, and he was gone for 2 hours, which it's in a jail. I assure you it's not. That still doesn't take away that one person in that house would have to know. It still doesn't take away. And that's just what it is. That is just what it is. Never mind the fact that saying an autistic child walked out with essentially nothing, not even the shoes on his feet. No shoes. In cold or cool conditions. And you expected him to be out of a 5-mile radius when the kid was given drugs every night to make him sleep? Guys, come on. Come on. I don't care if you love, despise Chris, Katie, or Seth. That's never, don't care. We're not here for that. We're here for a missing kid. And it is what it is. And nothing any of us say, our opinion on it, is not going to change what already is, what already happened before we knew about any of the parents or even Sebastian. Something happened. Something happened. And it would make sense that you're not going to, a car's not going to just pull up to the driveway, right, when there's cameras all throughout the neighborhood. They're going to pull catty corner or behind, beside of the house. Nobody vanishes. Nobody vanishes. There is a physical manifestation that has to take place for you or I to be moved. There has to be a means and a mode of transportation. Now, if I walk out to my garage and get in my car, a dog coming to my house would follow the scent to my garage. And then it would stop right there. In this case, if I would walk out to my driveway and got in my car that way, it would follow a scent. There is none of that in Sebastian's case. There's none. None of that. So there can only be one way if he wasn't taken out of a car in a garage. Because he certainly didn't walk anywhere in that neighborhood. That's not an opinion. It's not an opinion. That's a straight up fact from the police that this kid did not walk. Yeah, Brittany, we're going to get to that later. He didn't walk anywhere, which means he either had to been driven out of that home or he had to have been carried out. And either one of them would require adults. Sebastian doesn't drive. I haven't checked my email since last night, my dear, so I'll get to it today. There is no in between. No, I don't believe a neighbor did it. Not even in the slightest. Not even in the slightest. Not even in the slightest. There's no reason. There's no reason for them to do it. Statistically, it's almost always from the home. Statistically. Then you stack on the behavior of the parents that live in that home. Not a chance. Everyone in this neighborhood have families of their own. They are all good people. There is people that have, high profile jobs in this neighborhood. Plus, you would have to see, they would have to come back to their house that night as well. Everyone knows the answer in their hearts. Everyone knows the answer in their heart about what happened to Sebastian. But people's egos are in the way. People's egos are in the way. Trying to sow doubt, create confusion. Sebastian was either driven out of that house or carried out of that house. And if you can think of another reason that would fit, please let me know. Please let me know. You can speak to police officers off the cuff, behavioral analyst, word analysis, body language analysis, which is what I just said. They will all tell you, I'm not leaving that house. I'm not leaving that house. There's several factors in this case that doesn't make sense. Doesn't make sense. You can muddy the waters and say this parent did this parent, what do they say about Seth or whatever? Okay. It doesn't change any fact. It doesn't change any fact about what happened that night. Nothing. Nothing. Because if we know he didn't leave his job, and we know that at least one person went back to that home when there's only 2 people in it, it doesn't matter. Just doesn't. Some people, they get very clouded with the noise around them. The noise around them. And they get, they go down this rabbit hole, and it doesn't, it only gets you distracted. That's all it does. That's all it does. Doesn't serve Sebastian in any way. It brings comments or content, it brings chaos, it brings argument, and that's it. And more unnecessary confusion. It's just unnecessary confusion. Right. Two factors on when Sebastian could have left. One is 6 o'clock that morning. Actually, 3, in my opinion. 6 o'clock that morning. Sorry, 3 o'clock in the morning. 6 o'clock that morning. Or around 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock, 9, 10 o'clock on the 25th. That's it. That's it. Or some people say he may have not made it home. There's that as well. I personally feel like he made it home. I do believe, in my opinion, they had help in this. They had help in this. Especially if the fact is that he was carried out. If we go with the theory that he was carried out at around 3 a.m., then there needed to be help. Right? Now, there's a couple things. Again, I will say, if these people could have allegedly taken him out that morning, those people at 3 a.m. could have taken him out, or they could have helped put him in a car, in a garage. That could also be a theory. or he could have been taken out prior, around 9 o'clock. Why do I talk like a robot? I don't know. Never been asked that, Cricket. But if you're here to insult, then you can leave. Unlike a lot of YouTubers, I try to think before I speak rather than just foam of the mouth and spit bullshit. But if you're here to benefit in any sort of way, then you're welcome to stay. If you can put up with my robot voice. Okay? I don't. No, don't worry, Cher. Listen, I am proud of who I am. If I wasn't, if I wasn't okay with who I was, I don't think I would be plastered with makeup right now. I'm perfectly fine with who I am. Okay, Holly has the best cricket. Holly has the best comment here. I usually save crickets, but not that one. So, in fact, Cricket, I actually unblocked you before because you kind of was a little, dissed a couple times in chat. But I thought you had potential. Maybe that was a wrong judgment of me. My fault. So he had to have been taken out sometime. Of course, burnt popcorn. He's a big fan. He's a big fan. Thank you, sweet Misty. Appreciate you. Thank you, my dear. Is the pickle bag the military bag folks get issued when in boot camp to transport their belongings contain scents? I asked that because it's waterproof. Do you mean, is it scent proof? Is that what you mean? Is that what you mean? Not you, not you, Cricket. Not you, honey. Different Cricket. A different Cricket. If that's what you mean, Misty. Canadian, thank you, my dear. Appreciate you gifting a membership. Thank you for gifting it again, my dear. Appreciate you. Yeah. Listen, I'm not gonna sit here and be a tribal person because this, these creators, if they, I don't know, it's just tribal, and we just have to speak the truth, whether it's for or against. It's just is what it is. Thank you, Irony. Good to see you, honey. Thank you, Canadian, for gifting 2 of those. If you received either one of those, please thank our sweet Canadian. Yeah. I am not. Oops, sorry. MMO the other day, I did speak with her. And she did get something wrong, and I don't know if she's retracted it yet or not, but she said that recording came from Stephen, and it did not. It did not. She was getting something confused because whenever you pull up a group there, it's got a video of Stephen on it, but that wasn't the original creator. So she's supposed to clear that up. Because I was asking her there, I was like, why are you saying it's coming from Stephen? I was like, I know who it came from. And I was like, look at this. And she's like, oh, you're right. You're right. She's like, I need to retract that. So if you was confused about that recording coming from Stephen, it did not. It never, ever came from Stephen. It came from a local woman, like I said before. Because I was in, I think, Brittany's chat the other night, and someone said, well, that recording originally came from Stephen. And I've never talked to Stephen. I don't know him or anything like that. And my head was going 90 miles an hour because I was like, how would it have came from him? Roxy, I personally believe it is. I personally believe it is. We'll go up to the active person. Oh wow, at least I hope everything's okay. Justin, I'm asking if the pickle bag contains without letting scent out of the bag. Since they are weatherproof, they must be sealed very well. Um, let's see here. I'm looking to see if they, I don't think they are not odor proof, if you will. I don't think that they are. I personally don't think. I think if Sebastian, again, I prayed to God he is still alive. But I personally don't think he was, if there is foul play, and again, if there is foul play in that saying, that if he is unalive at this point, I do not think he was completely, yeah, they're called sea bags. I guess some people call them pickle bags, but they're called sea bags, technically. Recall on Walmart apple juice. Oh, thank you so much. They're very strong. They're very big. I mean, you got to think, what is that? The luggage. What's it called? The luggage. Unalive with what's her face. She put her man in luggage. Yeah, well, I think people were saying she was drunk. I don't think she was. I don't know. I really don't know a lot about. Why the fuck is my? 1 second, y'all. Sorry, something's. messing up here. Okay. Eggs are almost $5 a dozen here due to the recall. There's been a lot of bird flu, and so they've had to a lot of the birds too. The bird flu's been really bad. A lot of people were saying she was drunk. I don't think she would go there drunk. I mean, she had her. I do remember someone showing the receipt or something like that. All right, let's see here. This is MMO Tarot. I have. Never mind. We'll get to it.
I really fucking trusted that dude. No, I did.
Absolutely.
I warned you yesterday morning, honey.
I know. You weren't the only one.
I really thought a lot of him too. I mean, I thought he was doing good things. I thought he was in it for all the right reasons.
Well, and the reason that I was late was because I was talking to Terrlyn because I could tell she was upset. And I called her, and she said it has to be Steve because they gave Chris her
Somebody,
phone.
I never gave that man my number, and I can show that. That
He's
call
the only one that had your phone number to give to Chris was Stephen Crabtree. He's the only one that had your phone number to give to Chris, and now Chris has your phone number. And you don't feel very safe about that right now.
I just wanted to move. I didn't know those people were coming. I wanted to move my car. I don't have anything bad to say, and I don't.
Noni, I have tried to think of any and every idea that I can possibly think of. You have to, but you have to go with what the evidence, right? And the evidence is that there is no scent. I thought, well, Sebastian hadn't been on that medicine very long. Maybe he could have sleptwalked. And then I thought, no, he couldn't have. There was no scent. He's not on camera, right? And we do know that his scent is in the most recent scent is in the driveway there. It's in the backyard. If we got a scent there, he should have a scent going anywhere, right? I thought, well, maybe he could have sleptwalked. Well, you can't do that if you don't got a scent and you're not on camera. And how far are you going to sleepwalk, especially once your feet touch something uncomfortable? You know what I mean? I've ran it all. And the only thing is back to basics. And it is the night before. The story doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense that you're sleeping, speaking to your husband so late for such a long period of time, being that it's so late that you both have to be at work the next morning, and that Sebastian has to be at school the next morning. You had all weekend to talk for hours if you wanted. That doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense that a mother doesn't check on her kid at least one time before they go to bed, whether he yelled or not. It doesn't make sense that they were speaking that long. It doesn't make sense that she's laying there sleeping, studying, and talking on the phone. It doesn't make sense that you would look for him only a minute. It doesn't make sense that you would call a non-911 call on a three-way. These things don't make sense. And if something over and over and over and over doesn't make sense, then it's not true. That's it. If it doesn't make sense over and over and over, these things should fit perfectly, right? Yeah, I talked to my husband 5 o'clock, 5 to 7, right? After I got off work or whatever, did some studying. We ate dinner. Sebastian took a shower, brushed his teeth. He said he wanted to play in his room. Those things make sense. But when we don't hear about anything about time frame that evening, other than 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock, 12 o'clock, and you don't hear about another time during the entire day, it just doesn't work. First time was 1 minute, then she changed it to 3 minutes on the interview with the news. She never said she heard nothing at the night. She claims she heard a noise later on after that. That is true, 1-800. But I will say, in Katie's defense, even according to the neighbor, she did say she heard something when she first told the neighbor shortly after, or maybe even before the police got there, that she heard something in that room. However, she did not say that she talked to her husband on the phone in that statement. Never said. There is no time that she gave up until 9 o'clock, which is pretty convenient, right? We woke up, we had spaghetti pancakes, right? Look it up, y'all. He went and bragged to his family that was going on. My sister-in-law said she wanted to go to Costco or wherever the hell, BJ's or somewhere. Went to the bowling alley. It was actually the arcade there. He went grocery shopping, came home, put away groceries, went to dinner, came back. He went and played in his room about 9 o'clock. What did she say? I told him to go to bed. About a little bit later, about 10 o'clock, I hear him making some sounds in there. I said, Bubba, did you fall out of the bed? No, ma'am. Well, okay, I don't know what you're doing in there, but hurry, but go to sleep, knock it off and go to sleep. And then about 12 o'clock, I'm starting to go asleep on my husband, and my husband tells me to put away the dogs and go to bed. So I did. That's pretty much the rundown of the story. Exactly. So it's weird.
I know this sounds like a crazy idea, but if you want to come to Canada with me, you're welcome to come up here and drive and whatever. You're welcome to stay here. I got a 3-bedroom house to myself. You're welcome to come up. You just need a break.
I'm good. No, honestly, I'm good. That right there, though, was effed up.
So what was Chris saying to you? Like, what is he?
There was nothing that he wasn't ugly. I'm going to say that he wasn't ugly. He was not ugly.
Surprisingly, they were both very nice.
I mean, he wasn't ugly.
So what did he say to you? Mad life?
He shook my hand and said, What did he say?
Oh, Chris didn't say anything about her being live. It
No,
was barbecue.
It was them
and
people's.
that said something about her being live.
Oh,
Nice.
barbecue lady.
And then I thought his kid was sick, and then fuck her
Steven's
said
kid.
fuck her. That's what he said on that live.
Yes. No, he called or text barbecue and said ditch her and fuck her, just fuck her. Sorry, I'm not supposed to say
I'm like,
that.
I thought that was I don't know what to say.
That's a very odd thing to say. When I woke up, he wasn't here. He wasn't, right? But that's an odd way of stating something. SC, who's SC, wanted her to stop filming. I don't know who SC is.
Yes, Amanda. So they came to help Terry Lynn. They set up.
I don't even know. Listen, I didn't set. Listen,
They came here. They were coming. Okay, so really, they were coming to go to court today.
Debbie, that's a good question. I need to ask that question. But I can tell you that I did find out, according to one of the people, I asked if the lights were on. You know, because if you would go to a room, you're going to turn the lights on, especially if you're looking for someone and they don't see any lights at all being turned on at 6 o'clock. Remember, she said she looked a minute in that big house. I don't know about you, but if you're looking for something or someone, you're going to at least go through that house a couple times, and you're going to look the same places again. Right?
For the Bullhorn Betty court thing.
Yeah.
But because barbecue was coming in yesterday, they decided there was a couple of them were coming from like way out, so they come in and got rooms and stuff, and so they were coming in and they decided to do like a meetup thing where everybody could meet up and pass out flyers. Well, they had invited Terry Lynn on a live Saturday night that she could come and pass out flyers with them on Monday.
And I thought it was just like three people.
And I was already coming up to visit her, and so I was like, well, you know, I'm going to be with you, but I mean, you know, I know these people from TikTok. I didn't like know them, but I know who they are. And so like, and I feel like it was my fault that she even got involved in this, because I'm the one that watches TikTok, and I'm the one that let her know about these people on TikTok. And
but you didn't know. You can't feel responsible. You didn't know that they were going to do this. I mean, who would ever? The thing is,
really didn't.
The people that don't behave or think that way can never fathom that anybody would dream that up, because it's just not in our DNA to think that way. So the fact that you didn't guess it tells me you're a great person, because it doesn't come to mind.
No, I mean, I really honestly never would have thought these people were going to do that.
And to think I'm a mole, like, what the hell? This is about Sebastian.
Well, I mean, it's interesting you say this. I wish I was on to see that, but I had to jump off because I was applying for a job and other things.
And
But
they said
I,
private my live, and I didn't know what
Yes,
the hell.
guys, please hit that thumbs
I
up.
needed to private it for because I had muted out when I was asked to because he had I don't even know what this is all effed up.
And then he tells he tells
No, he never
her
told me to end my live.
that he told you to end
And
it.
I have that, and I can show that, but I will not be. I trust no one anymore. Like no one.
Hey, Chris told you
my
to stop
search will
your
go
live?
on.
Who told you? I'm so confused. Who told you to stop going live?
Nobody did. That's my thing. Nobody told me to stop my life. No one.
Oh, but they're
No
saying
one.
they told you.
So why are they telling? The reason I'm watching this is I'm trying to figure out what's going on here. Where are they telling her to allegedly stop her live? Terry Lynn says that never happened. But where are they saying she should have stopped her live, I guess? That's my question. Pamela Picks, thank you, darling, for becoming a teacup. Really do appreciate you, my darling. Welcome to the tea party. Cheers, darling. I think it's always blown out of proportion on YouTube, on social media. You know, everything is exaggerated. I don't know. Well,
You to
But
stop
they,
your
yes, listen. I did not know. I had enough flyers. I had enough fucking flyers.
So what
and
was
I
his point?
offered them.
Was he trying to threaten you
Okay.
indirectly?
Okay.
What did you feel?
What do I feel? I feel like a
Why did he
freaking
show up
idiot.
if you didn't need the flyers? What was his
Because
reason?
somebody they
so why were CP and KP there? Yeah, I laugh at it. You're right. Why were CP and KP there? It has. I laugh at it. You're right.
somebody called him. Who called him to tell? Who called them to? And I'm not
I
going to
didn't,
talk bad
Pamela.
about them
Can you
at
tape
all.
it again?
Because the man wasn't ugly to me. He wasn't. It was strange as hell. But
From what I understand, I don't remember that. Were the garage lights on that night or not? The feet say that they were, but I can't remember. I don't think they were they? They showed up with more flowers, which was unexpected, as Terry Lynn didn't need more, is how I understood it. But Terry Lynn, she does her own flyers, right? Doesn't she? Doesn't she do her own thing? I think she does her own flyers, so she wouldn't need anybody else's flyers. Just one of my biggest questions is, if CP drove to the school to look for Sebastian, why didn't she go inside? Well, it would have been 6:30, so I don't think you could have went inside at 6:30. I'm just, to be fair. But what I don't understand is, why did it take her so long to go through that neighborhood and then the school? In my opinion, something was going on at that time because of the way they conducted that interview. Who told CP and KP to come there? They have never been to anything. That's what I was. It's a red flag in itself, yes, because they don't go to any events at all, right? They've been invited to so many events, so many interviews. They have rejected all of them to date that I'm aware of, at least. The Proudfoods pay 1,000 toward blip boards 6 months after Sebastian disappeared. Wanted it to be known that they were handing out flyers 6 months later. Well, I mean, I appreciate that they put $1,000 toward blip boards. In my opinion, it's, you know, but the best thing that they can do is get on the news stations and speak for their child in that way. But it seems like they got quiet all of a sudden, which in my opinion says something. Why do you go quiet all of a sudden? I don't know. Do they, did they, I just don't understand how a mother doesn't advocate for her child in any way. It's, much easier to throw $1,000 to put up some billboards. But, doing some interviews for your children who news stations are asking you and asking you and asking you, and you reject or no comment. Since neighbor spoke to JLR. They've been quiet pretty much since the last time they did that interview with Web Sleuths. Pretty sure. Maybe they went on a couple panels. Yeah, that as well. They've got the time to, with Betty, who put out some flyers, but now they say that she is threatening them whenever, I believe it was him who stated he would hate for her to get ran over. They also put up $6,400 for billboards and made $24,000 in 3 days. So where is the rest of the money people donated? I don't know any. I have no idea. I have no idea about that. Couldn't tell you. I don't know who raised it, or I don't get into that stuff, but like I say, you don't have to like Seth, but if it wasn't for him, there would be no one advocating for their son. And it seems like they want to try to stop that, with Betty and all that. Blip boards can be done by anybody. Yeah, blip boards can. Yeah, you can make your. I mean, I think that's what people should do is make their own account, and if they want to do blip boards, you can do it right online. Yes. There are Smiley did say that the blip boards, she did see some blip boards in Nashville when she was there. She did say that.
Who said that somebody was showing up with flyers?
Barbecue.
That lady.
Okay, I'm gonna say something you don't want to hear probably. Because I know you're running on adrenaline from what happened before.
Oh no, my gut is sick and my feelings. Because I really did. I really did care about that kid. I did. I really trusted him, and I stood up for him when people shit on and were shit talking him. I stood up for him.
Well, that's what you're upset about then. The most is that
no, to be set up like that.
You feel betrayed.
I don't. I mean, it's. How do I explain this?
This evening, we're going to be doing a big study class, big old study class. So buckle down for this one.
Take something and make it something it wasn't.
It's that you were a mole. That you're a mole.
The hell. What else?
Well, I took a picture this morning. I sent you. I never Queen Bee. I never, because I hate that channel. I never watch her, but they were the only ones I could find streaming the court. And I screenshotted because they said in there, I sent you a shot. Who said that? Was it Titanium or who? I don't even know who said it. No, it wasn't her. That you were having dinner with Betty last night.
Hell no. That I sent you a picture of who
yeah
she was.
Betty was in her bed going off about her being at dinner with barbecue.
And I did not think that it was that big of a deal because I thought we were coming freaking together for the right reasons. And that was Sebastian.
I think.
And how the hell can I be a damn mole?
I think Terry had good faith in that.
But he never told me turn my life off. Hell, people are saying that we're family. And I made a joke out of that in the very beginning of my life.
Thank you, Ramona.
That statement that you just put up there about him being the mole.
I that right
yeah,
there.
That one right there.
If they had a problem,
don't start watching them if you don't watch them.
I listen. I have never followed him just by whatever, and then.
And
I told members. I told my members I just got off my members at like 20 minutes.
So, when TikTok is done, when is it done? When is the last day of TikTok? It's coming up. Like, are the TikTokers, are they going to come to YouTube, you think?
A half an hour before I jumped on here. And I told my members that he was the one. I don't trust him because he was the one that posted the audio clip, which I showed you yesterday, Terry Lynn. And I sent it to Chris at the Mob, who told his members and his subscribers that he believed my audio had Chris on it, that he heard Chris's voice. And then he came back and discredited me and the audio. And he said he was told, he specifically said it was Stephen Crabtree who told him. And yet Stephen's the one that fucking posted the audio. And now he's discrediting his own post. So, yeah.
Okay. Again, I want to say she is wrong. MMO is wrong here. She got that confused. Again, I said that earlier. It was not Stephen that ever put out the audio. She was confused on that. She's going to correct that.
he is. Anyway. Sorry,
it really just it was. I mean, the things that were said after the the fact, even after the fact.
Webslave's been trying to get a hold of you, Terry Lynn. So now she's going after. You better get interject in that, honey. You see that? Are you reading it on the screen?
Like Terry Lynn style searches, and that's why that he is. He's been working apparently with the web sleuth.
Yeah, he's been working with her.
Yeah.
Oh God.
Yeah, he's been working with her that I knew of. And my, I don't know. I don't want to say anything horrible about him because I mean,
No.
I really, truthfully feel like a damned fool. A damned fool.
Hey, you didn't know.
A damned fool.
Don't feel like a fool.
Oh, no. Oh, fuck that. No. And I just said, I quit. Last night, I just said, I give up. I quit.
No, you're not quitting. You're not quitting. You're not quitting. No, sweetie.
Yes, I see.
It's like signs here and signs and more signs. It's what it feels like.
No, it's what we talked about yesterday morning. It's when I just got off my live for 2.5 hours.
I know.
You can't let these pricks win.
And I get it. I know. But I sent you that picture. And you know what? You're more than welcome to show it.
Yeah, I will. I'll show
You're
both
more than welcome because for anybody to say that dinner with or whatever, what was it, Betty?
Mm-hmm.
No. It was with them.
So this is my personal account because I went on there because I blocked her.
And you have my permission to show it.
Okay, sweetie, let me just show. So it was some guy called Rocco Love. You can see it's Queen Bee's channel. I'd have to save it and email it to myself to show right now. So you can see here, Rocco Love says, Betty and Bullhorn and Terry Lynn is a fake fight. They all had dinner together last night. Queen Bee's live this morning when they were following Bullhorn Betty's.
All right. Now you can show that picture. That's last night. You're more than welcome to show it.
Hang on.
You're right, Dana.
Off my text.
You're right.
So this is where here are the TikTokers. This is where'd it go?
Yeah, and that girl, the first girl, which I knew what the hell she was doing.
Okay, so is this a picture of them the other day? Is that what we're looking at? This is what I'm trying to find out is like what happened the other day because everyone's asking me and I'm like, I have no idea. Let me see here. Here we go. Look at this. So this is everyone who came in the other day. There's Terry Lynn. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. And are any of them YouTubers other than Terry Lynn? I don't know. Where's Steven? I don't guess he's there unless he's got a wig on. I'd have pulled out my wig. Oh. Was the only male she said that was there. Oh. would have. So did they come in to put out flyers? That's Terry Lynn right there. Left of Terry Lynn is they came to the court thinking BHB was going to jail. Well, I'll just tell you, I don't think she's going to go to jail. She could, but I don't think she's going to go to jail, in my opinion. I think they'll probably get the PO taken down, and that's just my opinion because I don't think there was enough to actually issue it in the first place. But I think it was Betty's mistake that she didn't go to that court hearing. But again, there's people that'll say, well, she wasn't served. I don't know, but she was speaking about it. So that doesn't make it look good. I'm just trying to be honest with you guys. So, but I still don't think that she did nothing that could be, she didn't threaten anybody with a pew pew that I'm aware of. She didn't threaten people to run them over or anything, right? Betty will be entering her evidence for the October 10th date. The other side will have to enter their proof of words. Yeah. So this is going to be interesting. It's certainly going to be an interesting how this pans out. If I was Betty, I wouldn't speak much on what she and her attorney is doing for the upcoming, because their attorneys or people are watching. And just I would just cool it down. I think, in my opinion, you guys know I've always said I think it rubs people the wrong way sometimes. So
I know exactly what she was doing. She wanted to, and what's that girl's
So where's
name?
Bullhorn Betty?
The girl,
She ain't there.
not in that picture. No,
I
and
think
that's
the
not even
Kupo
them. I
Rider.
think that's all of the people.
Yeah, it is.
Is it all of them that was there? Are you sure?
Well, that's everybody that went and ate.
Okay.
But the point is, you didn't have to deal with Betty.
Yeah, the time and the money that they're putting into a woman who might disagree with them, but is still looking for their child, driving hours to put up signs for their child. And so if I knew I was innocent, I would be like, okay, so you might think but you know what? The thing that I want more than anything is you to find Sebastian. And so you doing that helps prove that help find him, and it helps hopefully will one day prove that I have nothing to do with this. So you're just helping out finding what happened to Sebastian. I mean, the only way, in my opinion, you could see that as any sort of, and when I say threat, I don't mean physical or anything like that, but as a threat, is if you wouldn't want him found. Because you want Sebastian found, right? So you can be, uh, you know, everyone can be vindicated on what they're saying.
Is what I'm saying.
No.
There's my mind.
And what I did, I felt, and I still feel like it was for the good of. I thought it was.
Yeah.
I thought it was. I
Mhm.
did think it was, but now today, I don't. I don't. I don't.
Well, you just have to go only with people from now on you trust. That's the only lesson you got out of this.
I did. I thought. I mean,
I get
hell.
it. But if you
Uh,
were to go back to the first time you met Mr. I don't want to trash talk anybody either, but we're having a moment where Terry Lynn needs our love and support. So we're gonna walk through right.
that search goes on the 14th. Yes, it does. That
They're trying to wear Boiler and Betty down. They are asking for another continuance. Well, the judge made it clear. He said, "I'm going to give you guys another brief continuance. Announce where she's staying at the vehicle and that she's driving next time she's in town." Wow.
that search goes on. I'm not going to
Okay.
back down from that.
Yeah, but you're not leaving true crime either. We're gonna talk you through this.
To be honest with you, I think they both kind of asked for a continuance because they needed to get ready for, Betty's attorney needs to get ready to prove what they have, and then the feet attorney need to, present what they've got. See how this case brought out all the bad in some people. There are people that I never thought would ever, number one, get close to a victim's family, because that was always a no-no in their book, right? And there are creators that always said bashing any parents until they have been proven innocent is a no-no, and they have gone against both of those. So, that was kind of their rules for being a tragedy pimp. So, I was kind of shocked about that. A lot of creators have done just that.
When you first met Crabtree, did you have a gut feeling? Yes or no?
Me either.
That's tough. I mean, because he didn't accept Seth's number. He didn't, and I know that I felt. How do I say this? Damn, because I'm all over the place with my feelings, and I don't want to say anything bad about him because
Guys, hit that thumbs up.
No.
Greatly
I'm just
appreciate it.
I'm not that person to do that to this. I'm not.
No, I get it. But because I everybody about lessons, when you ignore your gut at first, when you first meet somebody.
When I first met him, I mean, because of the fact that I knew like the person that did his vehicle, right?
Mhm.
And stuff like that. I didn't have a horrible feeling or anything like that.
What's that, Brenda? If Chris's attorney represents the Bowers, it would screw all of the Nancy lied. Who's Nancy? So bad about the stuff she said Betty did. They all lie, but hers was well. I don't know who that is. Nancy Grace? That's the only Nancy I can think of. Justin didn't. It looked like the guy from Laura Lodge was in the courtroom on the back left side of the room on Betty's side. I don't know. Let me look at a pic. Hold on.
That no, I'm not. I can't say that. I
Okay.
didn't. And maybe
But
maybe
they're
I
not
have just a
using
bad.
horrible feelings. This is the point. They're not using
Maybe I just have
horrible
a bad.
feelings. If they were horrible
Maybe I
feelings,
just have
they
it.
wouldn't have befriended him. But did you have a little like, ew, just a smidgen
Well,
of like,
I
oh, I
just
don't
a
like
little, maybe a tinge of something, but not really. Not to that.
extent.
No.
Okay.
Mm-mm.
Do you feel okay? Because I do want to talk about this because we've talked about this on this channel. Do you feel he's changed? Because
Yes, I think that a lot. Yes, I do. And it's after last night saying "fuck you," ditch what the hell? I've been on this damn ground, and I've gone through ticks. I've gone through snakes. I've gone through every damn thing. Every fucking thing to try to find this child, and I haven't done it alone. I have not. Casey's been there with me.
Well,
God's
and
been
this
there
is
with
why you need to be live because you need to be live for this
me,
reason.
and I'll be damned if I'm going to let a bully, and I'm talking about a mob of bullies, and I do feel like that's what that was. That was a Mean Girl Club. Y'all can have that shit.
Those are real life Mean Girls, like
Y'all,
the movie Mean Girls.
yeah.
Those are real life Mean Girls.
I'm finding out new shit today. Y'all can have that. I don't want no parts of it. This is truly for me. It's about Sebastian. And this turned it to be a shit show. And a point of some sort. But I'll never know the point of it. I won't.
Oh, feel the love. Nano says we've been through many years together, me and TL. She has a heart of gold. I know she does, honey. I know she does.
Yeah, and to have a problem with my flyer because I have my channel name on there. Listen, why don't y'all go back and listen to what Seth Rogers did say?
Mm-hmm.
Please.
It's just it's quibbling over stupidity. Like, so my question is to you, because we've talked about this and I firmly have come to the opinion, and I think you and I actually talked about this already, that people are being paid to
Now I believe it. After that mob last night, probably.
okay.
Yep, you got it, and I'm not one of them.
Yeah, I really think they're being paid, and I think that's why we're seeing, like, even I don't want to talk about channels. I know Jenny is mad at me for this because I muted her, but it's not about that right now. But okay, I won't mention names. There's another massive creator who has initials as his channel name. He has totally changed his narrative on this. Why?
Who?
What happened?
Who?
Like, I feel like people are coming to them and paying them to spin a narrative. That's just my feeling. So I wanted to ask you if you felt that.
I feel a lot of things. I do
Happy
feel a lot of shit.
Halloween.
I feel a lot of things. I'm disgusted, but I don't want nothing to do with those people. Nothing. The lies, all this shit. I don't want nothing to do with any of these people. Nothing.
I know, but you can't give up.
I mean, a real bully. And so they met their match on that.
Mm-hmm.
Kathy.
I've never, I just never. Never. And to paint it out like I was intoxicated, no.
I mean, you know, I really believe that, and I say this a lot, we are going to be on the right side of history with this one. We're going to be. And I can't imagine when everything is said and done, and hopefully, you know, Sebastian gets justice. But I can't imagine the pain that they caused Seth, who was the only one being proactive in his son's case. The only one taking the interviews, and also, mind you, getting the shit dragged out of him as well. But he does it because who else is going to? And again, you guys know I don't agree with some things Seth has said, done, all of that. But I'm not going to drag this man for filth because he is the one that is doing something. Otherwise, it gets lost. It gets lost. I mean, saying Seth took his son or had someone take his son is ridiculous. Even Chris and Katie says it's ridiculous. And not only that, someone who goes back into the house and there's only allegedly 2 people in that house and one is missing, well, then that means someone in that house has to know. Justin, if people are being paid by guilty people, they are guilty people getting charged. Will people being paid, if it can be proven that someone is being paid or trying to impede, then yeah, they could absolutely be charged. But at this point, there's nothing to prove that. That's just speculation at this point. So, if you'd like to send some receipts about Yeah, my email's there. You can email me. You can always email me. So that was I do believe oh, I didn't know I was on a high horse, little Lulu. That's interesting. That's interesting. I wasn't sure about that. Thank you for letting me know. Really appreciate that. I didn't know I was on any high horse. I just try to be fair to everyone. I'm not going to sit here and thank you so much, Tori. Just wanted to buy you a drink. Yes, Seth did a great job in his statement after court hearing. Yeah, I still haven't seen that whole interview. So the fact that no one has responded to the reward fund to me hints that it's someone who isn't influenced by money. My sister loves horses. She boards horses. One of my sisters does. So I like miniature horses. Miniature horses are cool. Holly, you're funny. Yeah, I just try to be fair. I really just try to be fair. I'm not going to, if Chris and Katie would, do something, just do something. It would really help their image a lot. But that doesn't seem like they're bothered by it. They just don't want to be bothered by it. No. You give them what they want, Marlena. If I'm on a high horse, then I'm on a high horse. Says the person, I forgot who even said that, but if I'm on a high horse, I'm on a high horse, okay? I've never been high on a horse. I'll just say that. Hello.
Saying that I had a whole bottle of what was it? They said I had I drank a whole bottle of wine.
Who cares if you were like who cares?
And I was on substances like a tweaker. Like who the hell are you people?
Who cares? Dolly
I
used to
was
say lights while he was live, and nobody gave a shit. Who
tweaker.
cares?
Who cares? And you would think somebody that is 10 years, what did he say, 10 years that he's changed his life? Yeah, that's really not what you're supposed to do there, buddy.
Who is snickering saying Terry was next to Tony in court wearing a strapping top? Oh my God.
I was not even in court.
I know.
I didn't even go to that court today. I didn't go to that court.
Okay,
they're lying.
I know. They're lying. I know you do. I know. I saw it. I watched it. We can play it now. I saw Tony and Seth, and you weren't sitting there.
They are turning me giving that. I told you the story that I went to my nanny's grave that I had not been back in 19 years.
I don't know. I think it's sometimes the way I speak. People think like I might be a little snooty or something, but I'm really not. I really try to be very down to earth. Justin, did you see the statement from Nick's attorney? I did not. Nick what's his name? Nick the something hat. Nick the hat. DV has given up the doobies since. DV has given up the doobies since the heart attack. Yes. Robot on a high horse. Oh, we just created a song. Does any of y'all write songs? Can y'all make me a song called Robot on a High Horse? I think that would be a good song. I think so. I'm just saying. That's exactly right, my monkey. How are you, darling? Yeah, everyone thinks their opinions is going to change the outcome. My opinion's not going to change the outcome, and nobody else's is either. But you know what is going to change is when this happens. When they knock, knock, knock on the door, like Britney Spears sings. Knock, knock, knock on the door.
Did she tell me she wasn't there? Don't come here. Don't come here. And she always has come to me, you know, when I've needed her. Always, right? And it was, they act like I spent the night there and was there all day. I thought, these people don't listen. You don't listen. You don't listen. I was there until night time. And on the third night that I went there, a person asked for my help to find the grave
Nobody thinks.
of a deceased little one. And somebody had stolen the teddy bear
That's right.
off of that.
Nani, half of that is I stop and think before I speak, and half of it is Lyme's disease. So I can't give it all credit. Sometimes the words are right there, but I can't find it. So so half of it's Lyme's. I can't really.
Grave. And I said, wait. And I thought, my God, I've got my son. My best friend, since I was young, had given me a Sebastian from The Little Mermaid.
Okay. This is what Chat GPT gave me.
I gave it to that girl to put that on that baby's grave.
Well, that's
Didn't work very well. And they didn't understand the story. Well, what the hell?
Here's what Chat GPT gave me. This is the first one. I'm just a robot on a high horse, wires tangled in my head, of course. Programmed to think I know it all, but even machines can sometimes fall. Second verse. I got circuits running through my veins, trying to ride through winds and rains. But the path is steep, the climb is tall. Still, I keep on moving, never stall. Chorus. I'm a robot on a high horse, riding through the night, chasing stars in the distance glowing bright. I may be metal, but I feel the force of the journey ahead on my high horse. Mother chicken, word to your mother. Sorry, I added that, ad-libbed. Verse 2. I speak in code, but I dream in light, navigating darkness with no end in sight. They say I'm cold, built from steel, but even robots have dreams that feel real. Mother chicken, mother chicken. Let's see here. Oops. What'd I do? My horse is strong. My wheel is steel. Climbing mountains with mechanical zeal. No fear of falling. No need to rest. Riding to prove I can be my best. Chorus. I'm a robot on a high horse. Or was it? I'm a robot on a high horse riding through the night, chasing stars in the distance glowing bright. I may be metal, but I feel the force of my journey ahead on my high horse. Now we go to the bridge. Even machines have dreams to chase moving forward. No time to waste on this high horse. I'll find my place in the great unknown. I'll make my case. Outro. Where's my outro? A robot on a high horse, I'll ride till dawn, even when the world feels cold and withdrawn. I'll keep moving forward no matter the cost. A robot on a high horse, never lost. Word to the mother. Mother chicken out. I'm the whitest singer ever. Thank you so much, Tori. Did I read that? Oh, yes, thank you. I did read that. Thank you again, though, my dear. Let's see here. RT. If BHB wins, she can go after them for a court cost. Oh, yes. Yep. Yep. Mic drop. Justin thinks when you say mother chicken all of this time. Yes. You say mother chicken. Yep. Go look at what Smiley just posted. Okay, let's go look. 1 second. God, my eyes watering. Going to Smiley's. Guys, hit that thumbs up button if you don't mind. Dear Jesus, God, let the prayers go up now that they rushed my mom to the hospital for rehab. They can't wake her up. My son is on his way there. I'm on standby until I get the call. Please pray. Wow. Wow. Bless her heart. Say a prayer, please. Bless her heart. Her mom has not been good, and I'll be honest with you. We're gonna keep it, Palm. We're gonna keep it. Yeah, her mom has not been good. Let's see here. Singing a melody. Let's see here. Why is it not doing this? Yeah. So we'll keep her in our prayers. It's not been good for her, Mom lately, and she's had where she had that fall. Oh, let me give you Troopers. Text me right now. You got my number, and I'll give you her phone number. That would be great, so I could do that right now. Oh, surely, God, yes. Lord, be upon that school and Smiley's mom and the family. We pray. I mean, if you've ever lost a parent, it's hard. It's really hard. I couldn't say. She was live late last night. Justin, if you ever come to Tennessee and need a place to stay, my door is open. But you have to say them mother chickens. Thank you. Yeah, I've lost both of my parents that raised me. One of my birth parents is still alive, but like my parents who raised me are deceased. And that's something you never get over. You just never ever get over it. That they think this is a domestic and turned in a person. Oh, really, Elisa? Is a domestic? I'm sorry, Maxine. It's hard to see your parents age, and it's hard to see them go downhill. It's really difficult to see that. All the TikTokers that they're innocent, or do they just not like Seth? Belinda, I think it's more of they just don't like Seth. They're just angry at Seth for whatever reason. No, you never get over. My dad died when I was 11. You never get over it. It is devastating as a child. Devastating. Yeah, you get it then. It's devastating as a child. It's hard as an adult, but it's devastating as a child. I think a lot of it is nobody. I agree with you. I think a lot of it is that Seth is friends with Betty. I think a lot of it's that he's friends with Tony. And again, you know how I feel about said people in certain areas, but I don't think it's for me to, it's not up to me who someone chooses to have in their life or who find value in them. Ebony, you can text it to this number, or you can email it to this. No, you never get over. You learn to create a new path forward without them. And the first year is the hardest. The first year is really hard. And the first weeks and months are unbearable. The worst of any death is a child. And that is, I don't pray, that is a loss that is unimaginable. You're right, Chris. You're right. My mama died 10 days before Christmas, unexpectedly, very quickly. And I had our Christmas presents wrapped under the tree. Talk about hard. It's very difficult. That's right, Don. Holly, I mean, Betty is intense, right? She's really intense. And sometimes she says things that I would not say. And she goes sometimes on the attack a little too heavy in some aspects. But again, I don't think she hasn't done anything that hasn't been said or done to her. Oh, nerdy. I'm so sorry. So sorry. Hey, Stephanie. Good to see you. Thank you, Roxy. You lost your dad when you was 11 too, and you're right. It was traumatic and life-altering event. Lost my mom 6 years ago. She had dementia, and I took care of her. God bless you, Noni. It's taking care of an aging parent, which is what I did with my mama. It is extremely difficult. It's extremely emotional. It is extremely draining physically, mentally, emotionally, spiritually, but it is something you would do over in a heartbeat. I'm sorry, sissy. I agree, Mama Bear. I agree. Cancer along with raising all three children. Yeah, Gigi. When my mama died, my boys were little, and there were times where I was pushing a wheelchair and a double stroller just to go to the store. I understand. I've been there. So it's difficult. Oh, I'm so sorry, Betty. I'm so sorry. Where did you send that? Hold on. Where did you send it? All right, guys, we got some breaking news. 1 second. There is an active pew-pewer going on right now. This is in Colorado, Denver. Lisa, I think this is where you're at. If I'm correct. Holy hell. Bear with me 1 second, y'all. See if you can find me a live feed, ICU or anybody, if they can. The Bloomingfield Police Department. Saying officers on the scene of an active pewer. 1 second, let me sign in here. Damn it. Okay, 1 second. We'll go back to that in a second. Trying to get a live feed here. For God's sakes. Come on, man. Reverse emergency notification sent to the resident to shelter in place. The surrounding area is not safe. Media, please wait for a secure staging area before responding. More information forthcoming. This is, so I don't know if there's any live feeds right now. Is this where you're talking about, Elisa? Is this the same area? Is this where you're at? Dallas. Okay. Are you in a safe place, Elisa? Yes, I think you knew me. Okay, okay, so you're safe. Okay, gotcha. Thank the Lord. All right. Here we go. PIO on scene. Media, please stage in the north parking lot on First Bank Center. Arrive from the north Uptown Avenue Highway 287. On Uptown Avenue Highway 287. POI will update when available. Oh, wow. Look at all the ambulances there. Who is that, Elisa? Who lives up there? The shelter is at the flats. Yes, if you don't mind dressing up your words, please don't put any the GUNs or anything like that. 1 minute. The suspect is in custody. Okay, perfect. The scene is now secure. Suspect and one victim transported to a local hospital. Conditions unknown. Let's repost that. All right. There's a video. You're okay, Sandy. Yeah, domestics, they can get bad very quickly. Very, very quickly. Let's see here. Let's see if there's anything going on. A suspect is in custody. For sure. Okay, good. Earthquake in Malibu, 5.1 going on right now, guys. Earthquake in Malibu, 5.1. 1.1. Here we go. Let's see here. If there's any media going on here. Just a little bit ago. Oh, wow. Look at that. That's crazy. They need to get out of that water. Tsunami. Drop, cover, hold. That's crazy. When did this was a long roller just struck near Malibu. Damn. Is this a video? I thought it was a video. No, he's up north. I know where Josh is. Wow. That's crazy. I can't play the music. Let me see if there's this going on. Okay, whatever the hell that is. I thought that was going to be like an earthquake video or something. California is supposed to be on the big one. You know what I mean? Like the major one. They're overdue for one, from what I understand, right? Malibu Canyon Road. Guess it shook out some stuff.
Unlike Conan or King Kong,
Okay, let's see if there's anything else here. What is it? The side of, we're getting a hurricane on one side, right? Check my text. Okay. All right. Thank you, True Sleuth, for that. And Shelby home scene of state and federal investigation. What's that? Cleveland County deputies. Local law enforcement and FBI. What's going on? What is this? Shelby home scene of state and federal investigation. A home on Cherryville Road is the scene of an investigation with not only Cleveland County Sheriff's Office, but site of state and federal agents. He did not say the nature of it. According to the Post, Cleveland County Sheriff's Office Facebook page, the FBI and the SBI are in process of executing a court-authorized search. Oh, wow. Rumors circulating on social media suggest that the activity are related to Asha degree. Shut up. Oh my God. Oh my God. That would be fantastic if they found that baby. That's been decades in the making. Hold on. Asha Degree, who went missing. She was seen walking away from her home. Rumors are circulating since the year 2000. And Asha Degree, she was little black girl. She went missing in North Carolina in 2000. She was seen walking off with her backpack. Yes. That's amazing. God, I hope they find that baby. That would be so good. Look here. They got people searching. There, look at all the trucks and stuff they got there right now. They said that they were closing in on the person recently. The home is located on 621 Cherry Road. Okay, let's go look at that. Okay. This is Shelby, North Carolina. Google Earth. Wow. That's amazing. I hope they find her too. Oh my God. It's been 24 years or something. All right. Where's it at? All right. This is the home that they're at. Wow. Why do they got that sky blurred? They tried to blur their house. Hey, I see you. Can you see who's there? Who lives there? $621. Can't really see their house because of, but you can see it right there. Presser from Broomfield seen at 10:30. Is that the farmhouse where her backpack was found? I don't know. Let's see here. 621. 621. Looks like when was at the park, she didn't know. Okay. Wrong person. Hold on, guys. We got more news coming in unrelated to this. All right. Someone. Ooh, got it. Let me show you. See if it'll. Okay. This is being This is by YouTube channel Hindsight 2002 on a community post. This is again unrelated to the Shelby law office of Joseph Linzick. Sebastian Rogers, our office is preparing to issue cease and desist notices to social media influencers involved in these panels due to the danger arising from their irresponsible behavior. They will be held accountable. Instead of aiding in the search for Sebastian, some have chosen to incite harassment and put lives at risk through baseless allegations and reckless actions linked to those panels. Such conduct is not only malicious, but also unlawful and actionable. First, bear with me. Wow. Furthermore, be advised that the chief counsel of each relevant platform will receive copies of these notices urging compliance with laws against doxing and targeting harassment initiated by a handful of creators. If these panels continue in a manner uh, I can't say the word, remensurate of the Salem witch trials, be assured that we will be seeking emergency federal injunction. I think this is about, isn't this Seth's attorney? I believe this is Seth's attorney, isn't it? If I'm correct. Okay, whose attorney is this? Because oh, that's Nick's attorney. Seth has had a lot of death threats. That's really bad. I think it's, I don't know. Wow. Interesting. Hold on, I'm trying to fix something. Nick and Dog have had enough. Yeah, I mean, so, and the drama continues. Well, there is a thing called it's called accusatory questioning, and there is free speech. But even free speech has limitations, right? Even free speech has limitations on some things. One sec. sorry, that was someone who needed to speak to me. Um, me too. Me too. I am hoping that is real. And hopefully her family can have some answers. It's time for some answers. Uh, for little Asha. Um, they put out a statement. It was early on in the summertime, maybe late spring or late spring, early summer, and they had stated that they were coming for the person, and they knew that they were local, but they were giving them time to come and speak to them. But it sounds like that's not, they didn't come and speak, I don't guess. So we'll find out, hopefully. Guys, I am going to end it here. I will be back this evening, or if something breaks in the meantime, I'll be back at anywhere from 5 to 6:30 this evening. If you have any information, you can always text if you want a faster response with information. If you need to remain anonymous, please let me know, and you will be. Or you can email me at alljustice for the number 4, the letter U, at gmail.com. We always keep it anonymous if that is what you request. Never tell my sources, ever. But they will, I got to check them out, obviously. Got to have some receipts or something. But anyway, send it to me. I'll look at it. Love you all. Prayers for Colorado right now. Prayers for Asha, Degree. Prayers for people in the hurricane. Prayers for people in the earthquake. Prayers to every Smiley's mom. Prayers to everyone in here that asked for prayers in the situation. Yeah, Loli, it's bad. It's really bad. It's really bad. Her poor body. She's so, tiny and been through a lot. So, all right, guys, I love you. I appreciate you. And I will see you guys in a little bit, Lord willing. God bless. Have a good afternoon.